So today, class, we're going to talk about argumentative essays. We are going to talk about the structure of how we write the essays for exams and things in school, okay? So we obviously have to start off with an introduction, okay? So we have an introduction to your topic, okay? So whether it be animal testing, bullfighting, whatever it might be, you've got to introduce the topic, okay? So if we're talking about animal testing, we'd want to say we'd want to introduce the context of animal testing, okay? So we'd say in Spain or wherever in the world today, animal testing is used for maybe it's used for medical purposes and it's used for vanity purposes. Okay, so you'd want to discuss a bit of the context. Okay, so you need context. You want to give some facts and some figures to introduce as well. So facts and figures. And you also want to give your opinion, basically, straight away on the topic. So you want to say, okay, so animal testing in Spain is very important for medical purposes and in vanity products such as shampoo, conditioner, whatever it might be. In my opinion, you'd say, so you put your opinion. I think it's wrong, I think it's good, whatever your opinion is, okay? So then that brings us to the body of the essay, which needs to be, you need to start off with your opinion and why. And why, okay? So you say, we have a scale basically, so over here on the right you have strongly for, strongly in favour for. And on the other end of the spectrum, we have strongly against. Okay? And in the middle, we've got an expression we use called on the fence, which means when you're neither here nor there. You're not strongly for it, you're not strongly against it, but you're in the middle, die well, you know? Okay. So, in an argumentative essay, you do need to pick a side, is the only thing. So, whilst you can say, in real life, you might say, I'm on the fence, I don't really know much about medical testing, vanity testing of animals. You can't say that in an essay because you have to do some research and you need to form an opinion, okay? So, for me, I might say, animal testing, I'm strongly against animal testing in every aspect, okay? Every aspect means everything. So whether it be medical vanity, I'm completely against it, and you can't change my opinion, okay? So in this essay, you'd write in your body, you'd write your opinion and why. So I'd have examples and I'd have facts to back up what I'm saying. So I would say, I think it's wrong in medical circumstances because there are other ways of testing products, tablets and pills and medicines without actually hurting animals. Then you'd say in vanity, I think it's completely wrong. There's no standing up for it because we don't need really great shampoos, we don't need really great conditioners. We definitely don't need to be rubbing fake tan. Remember what I told? Fake tan is something that makes you brown when it's not real. You don't need to rub that into animals' eyes and hurt animals in the name of vanity, okay? But then again, you've got your body, so we've talked about for medical and vanity testing on animals, but we could talk about bullfighting the same way. So we could say, I'm strongly for bullfighting, and then you give your reasons. So it might be culture, it's very important for the culture of the country, and it's also important for the history of the country. It brings in money, it brings in tourism, whatever you want to say. Or you could say you're strongly against for the same reasons. I'm strongly against bullfighting because it's cruel to the bulls, it's unjust, it's barbaric, you might say, and it's wrong. So you've just got to pick a side and stick to it. Okay. Again, we could talk about the royal family in the same way. There are many, whatever topic it is, it's the same structure. So you introduce it, you give the context and facts and figures, your opinion, and then basically spend half the essay discussing why you formed this opinion. After that, you can't just give your opinion, you have to also discuss the other side. So you need to say, opposition. So expressions such as, one can see why people think differently, or nevertheless, or on the other hand. So you say, on the one hand, I think animal testing is wrong because of this, this and this. Whereas on the other hand, I can see why people disagree. Okay? Some people might think animal testing is important because, and then you state the reasons why people have different opinions to you. This is how you analyse in the essay. You've got to give your opinion strongly and make it impressive, and then you've got to give the other hand's opinion as well. Whilst not being so aggressive and not fighting for the other side, you need to mention the argument and maybe discuss why you still don't agree. So you can say, people think medical testing is necessary because other forms of testing, pills and medicines, are not adequate. They're not enough to ensure the safety of the people using the medicines. And you could say, I do agree that human life is important and that there have been breakthroughs in things like surgery, open heart surgery, or in AIDS testing, whatever. But I still think I would prefer to find other ways, okay? So you've got the body, you've got the opposition, and then once you've discussed the opposition, you need to give your conclusion, okay? So your conclusion needs to be strong. You've just effectively torn apart the arguments of the opposition, okay? So you've said, yeah, this is what they think and this is why they're wrong, okay? So you're only giving the opposition to prove it wrong. And then in the conclusion, you want to just basically back up your argument, just restate it. Say, so in conclusion, therefore, I stand by my opinion, okay? I think animal testing is very cruel. No matter how many excuses people find, I will never change my opinion because of this. Or whatever. Bullfighting is right because it's important for the culture, the history, the money. The royal family needs to be gotten rid of because they are scandalous, they are using up state money for whatever it is. You just need to restate it in your conclusion. So as long as you follow this kind of structure of your essay, you can't really go wrong. You've just got to make sure you've got the introduction, which you have context, facts, figures, body of the essay, your opinion and why, the opposition's opinion and why it's wrong, and a conclusion. And so, like I said at the start, make sure you pick a side. Do not sit on the fence in an essay because it will make for a very boring, very unargumentative essay. Pick a side, stick to it, and you'll do fine.